Hi guys, this video is going to be titled, I have changed but my beliefs have not. First off, I want to say that people change over the course of their lives. There's a certain idea about psychology and how the human mind or the brain or perception or just the way people are tends to change as people get older. For me, I've had a lot of things change in my life. Since I turned 30, I'm now in my mid-30s, and it's just been a life-changing thing for me. What I've learned, how I've grown, all that sort of thing. So one thing I want to touch on as an example of how my life has changed in my 30s is that I tend to have some resurfacing memories in terms of memories that I just didn't have in my recollection before that I all of a sudden remember, and I've remembered them. But these are things that kind of go along with the stories of the family that we have in our family and things like that. So it's clear to me that these things actually happened and that they're resurfacing memories. Also, I want to say that my mental health has really been in limbo ever since January. And I had a really bad depression spell in January, and I got over it, but then more weird things happened to me in my mental health. I just don't know how to make sense of it. There's just been a lot of different changes with my mental health since January, and they just tend to pop up every once in a while, totally unpredictable. But yeah. And I made another video that was titled 3 a.m. Thoughts. And in the video I talked about these weird experiences that I have with sleep. And I've had people suggest maybe I should have a sleep study done because my sleep has been really weird lately too. So for example, I experience things that I can't explain rationally when I'm in bed. And I don't know what the root of this is, but it's really weird. I've also noticed that my meds have changed and they're starting to work differently on me now than they did before when I wasn't as regular with taking them. Now, I don't know why that would be. It seemed to be that I was on a cyclical basis in some manner of speaking about how I would take my meds and it would just knock me out. But a lot of the times I wouldn't take my meds, and if I didn't take my meds, I wouldn't sleep. So this created a vicious cycle where I would miss my meds, and then I would be awake for a long period of time, and then I would crash for a very long time. And then oftentimes this was a cyclical thing, and I didn't have a regular pattern of sleeping regularly. Well, now what I found is that even when I take my meds, they don't knock me out like they used to. And I don't know why this is, other than maybe my brain's not ready to go to sleep yet. I'm not really sure what the deal is there. But the main part of this video is this. I was in bed recently, and must have been a few days ago, and I was just lying there. I don't even know if it was the morning or the day. And I just recall having this sort of epiphany moment where something's flashed before my eyes, and it was like I realized some of the things that I thought I cared about, that I really didn't even know that I cared about. They were brought to light, and it was like, yeah, here's some things here and here and here that are not important at all. It was an epiphany moment, like, wow, these things really don't matter. And it was even things like my YouTube channel, like thinking that my YouTube channel doesn't actually matter, which is weird because I care about this channel and I'm committed to it, but for some reason I had this feeling that I was trying to fill a need with this YouTube channel that was maybe a little bit unhealthy, instead of it just being an expression of myself. I've been making a lot more rant videos lately. This is considered a rant video as well. So yeah, I just felt like I was looking to find something valuable out of this YouTube experience, trying to replace something with something else, that there's a need there that I'm not finding that it's not being satisfied another way. So this YouTube channel is part of that. So that was one example of how this epiphany manifested in my life, that it just kind of turned me on my head and like said, yeah, here's a bunch of things that you care about that I didn't know I cared about, in the way that I cared about them, and how they're not important, how they're not really that important. So I'm just really doing this as a therapy exercise for myself right now, just to get it off my chest. So I wanted to say that I feel like I'm young, like everything's new and I'm learning a whole lot. The only difference is that I feel much more sober-minded in the state of things right now. I just feel like I have more clarity of mind. I can think clearer about what I'm learning. It's not like when you're in school and you kind of have an idea of what that you're learning, but you don't really notice all the things that you're learning. So that's been a different thing. So overall, I just want to say my beliefs are still the same. I still consider the same convictions that I had before as that I have now. It's just that my thought process in how I think about things, how I think about the significance of things, is really the way to say it, is just completely different. So guys, that was my video. That's really all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.